where I was supposed to be.
So I remember when we first got our first deal offered to us. After we dropped Place on My Bed, that was our first music video ever. Nobody knew we was about to drop a music video.
First song, first music video.
So like the first deal we got offered to us was $1 million record deal. And we actually got called up, I think it was a couple hours. It was like a couple hours.
Same day.
Same day we dropped our music video. They was like, yo, hold up. Y'all do music? Who is y'all?
What's good?
And then it was like, yo, we want to give y'all $1 million. And then we said no. We said no because we felt like, you know, we was worth more than that. And so we turned around a couple months later, we dropped Can't Stop Won't Stop.
In which we had more people inside the video. It was a more like hype song, you want to say. We had dancers, and I actually had to go to a studio to learn how to dance. The other dancers, they were already professional dancers. They already knew what they were doing, how to get down, how to dance. They knew all that already. Me, I actually had to like learn how to dance. And I remember we were in the studio one time and I started crying. I was crying because I couldn't get the dance moves down, and I was getting so frustrated because I couldn't get it down pat. But at the end of the day, you know, we kept pushing, we kept doing it, and the music video came out, to me, it came out phenomenal.
Then they came back again and offered us more money, and we said no. See y'all later. So yeah, but I honestly love doing music with Bianca. We vibe off each other, and the music that we make is actually like a real, you know what I'm saying, real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that
it's relatable to our lifestyle.
Yep. I honestly love doing music with Bianca. We vibe off each other, and the music that we make is actually like a real, you know what I'm saying, real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that we go through, we went through. So
it's relatable to our lifestyle.
Yep.
This one friend, we were friends in high school. We used to cheer together, and I used to go over her house like all the time. Like she became like my best friend. She became like my only friend at the time. So I used to go to her house all the time, and obviously since I was at her house all the time, I met her mom and her stepdad and her siblings and all that stuff. And then me and her mom became like really close too. Like I called her mom. I had introduced Damien to her mom and her because they were so close to me, you know what I'm saying? And I think the first time.
And this was before the YouTube, right?
Yeah, this was when I was still in high school.
Before the YouTube.
This is when I was still with my mom. I wasn't pregnant yet, nothing. So she was pregnant with the child, and she had just delivered a baby.
And we're talking about our old manager, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. I went up to the hospital and I had brought Damien along with me, and that was their first time ever meeting. And they was talking about the radio station or something. And you guys were talking about some other stuff.
Yeah, we was about to buy a radio station.
Yeah, like so, like him and her like connected like immediately. Like they connected like really good. They were talking about business. Before we had even did YouTube, me and the friend had fell out.
Oh yeah, y'all was it right after high school?
It was like right after high school. So me and her had like fell out. We wasn't talking for like we didn't talk at all until the YouTube. So like once we started blowing up on YouTube, me and her
mom reached out.
Yeah.
Her mom reached out to me. She wrote me on Facebook. Was like, congratulations on all y'all success and all of that stuff. She was like, yo, y'all want to meet up?
I think we had went to her house. Yeah.
No, she came to our house.
So she did.
She came to our apartment. We were staying out north, and then she came to our apartment. And she was like, wow, you guys know all of this stuff? Wow, this is all y'all's? We was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when she started talking to us about being a manager.
Oh yeah.
And all of this stuff. And how she was talking, it sounded good. You know what I'm saying?
It sounded.
It was all these promising things. I could take you guys to the next level. I could do this, sponsorships, brand deals, all this stuff.
So I can get you guys more money. I can do this. I can do that.
And we fresh in the YouTube game only a couple months in because we hit 1 million subscribers after 4 months of being on YouTube. And so we was like, all right, it sounded good. You know, we young, fresh in the game. She worked at a radio station before, so she didn't even do YouTube. She didn't know nothing about YouTube. Or her daughter. And so when she got around me, we was talking. We was showing her the ropes of how YouTube worked, how content, all this stuff worked and stuff like that.
Like literally like shows her like everything. Like we broke down everything. We were like the book.
Basically.
We were like her book, yeah.
Basically.
We taught her everything that she now knows about YouTube. We taught her everything.
But after she seen that we was making money, she seen how everything was looking, she said, oh man, I need to put my kids on. So she put her daughter on.
At that time, she was like, oh, well, you and her should become back friends.
With her daughter.
Yeah.
She's like, She was like, you and my daughter should become back best friends.
Yeah, she was like, you guys should become back cool again and start like going hang out, get your toes done and all that stuff. And I was like, well, I do miss her because she was my best friend.
But immediately, I already knew what was up.
So Damien, he can read between the lines and he can kind of already like visualize stuff before it happens.